your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy ride.
Chrissy is hilarious.
Chrissy, have you ever heard of the comedian Basha K. Ali?
No, that sounds like something you yell at before you blow up a plane.
Basha K. Ali!
30 seconds remaining.
But you know, it's good to say I dabbled in stand-up or something. I haven't been disrespectful to you at all.
I was very confused by the title, Everything Everywhere All at Once, because that's also what we call it when Ash takes off his shirt. I shouldn't be up here. I should be in school on the other side of the ocean. Hello. Welcome to another episode of the Chrissie Mayr podcast. Woo! Please subscribe and like if you're listening to us on YouTube. And yes, I hope you're having an awesome week. My gosh, it's almost Memorial Day weekend. The time is flying. If you missed me last weekend in Mount Kisco, there are more chances to see me doing stand-up. I will be in Long Island at the Brokerage this August. I'll be at the Mic Drop in Plano, Texas in September. Crackpots Comedy Club in Massillon, Ohio in October. The Mic Drop in San Diego, California in late October. And then Phoenix, Arizona, November 1st. So for tickets, go to my website, chrissiemayr.com. Links to all of these tickets are available. They're all on my website. So get on it. Get them. These stand-up shows are so fun. And yes, I believe that's all. You guys are gonna love our guest today. We're getting away from the hard news and the seriousness. We're gonna take a trip down memory lane. We're gonna talk about the 80s. We're gonna talk about the 90s. Heck, maybe even the early aughts. Your guest today is just a gorgeous gal. She's got a fabulous YouTube channel, which you all should subscribe to now, immediately, if not sooner. She's the host of a show called On the Subject, a nostalgic discussion of movies, music, television, and more. She's also featured on the Dear America Network, which we're going to hear all about. Welcome to the show, Meghan Duthu, or Megimu.
Hello. And you said my last name correctly. That's very impressive.
There's no way to screw it up. It's spelled Duthu.
You would be surprised. Would be surprised.
It almost like Count Dooku. Meghan Duthu.
That was my husband's nickname.
Oh, no. I mean, I guess that works for him because he's a nerd.
Yes. Oh, yeah. They called him Count Duthu in high school.
Oh, that's rough. That's not even really one of the good-looking characters.
No. But it flowed. It went
for the longest time, because I didn't become any kind of a Star Wars fan until just a few years ago. Yeah. I thought the name of the character was not Grand Maul Tarkin. I thought it was Grandma Tarkin, because in the movie Can't Hardly Wait, I don't know if you've seen it, but the nerds, yes, they're on they're scheming. They're on the roof of the garage or something. And they've got these, no, this might've been when they're in their room, but anyway, they have these action figures and they're like, oh, you go around here. And then the way that the guy said it, he's like, oh, you be Boba Fett. I'll be Grandma Tarkin. No, I don't want to be. And I thought oh, there's a grandma character in this show called Grandma Tarkin.
My husband loves that movie. Can't hardly wait.
Oh, yeah. That was my peak.
Yeah.
Of age.
Amanda.
Movies were just so much better in the early aughts. Everything was better. Everything shut down in the 2010s. That's when comedy films sort of wrapped it up. And who knows if we'll ever get back there.
I really don't think we will. In fact, I watched Tropic Thunder for the first time the other night from start to finish. And I had seen bits and pieces of it before, but I haven't seen the whole thing from start to finish. And I was like, there hasn't been a movie like this since this came out. Which was what? 2009, 2010? 2010-ish.
When did Tropic Thunder come out? 2008.
I was close. Dang, I was so close.
2008. I think
Yeah.
the last movies may have been the Hangover movies.
Yeah. That were really ballsy. Yeah.
Hangover. I'm going to say it's Hangover, or I'm going to say it's Bridesmaid. Okay, Hangover, OG Hangover was 2009.
So yeah, right around that same era.
And then Bridesmaids was a little 2011. I think Bridesmaids might have been the last one.
Yeah. That like cluster right there, like 2008 to 2011 was the last time they actually had the balls to make movies where they pushed the limits. Like Tropic Thunder pushed every
Oh yeah,
single
God, it was so funny. Do you know? And I've mentioned this so many times, so pardon me, chat, if you are rolling your eyes at this. But their Tropic Thunder was so funny, did so well, and I believe it was Jamie Foxx was so inspired by Robert Downey Jr.'s blackface character that they actually had shot and completely filmed. Robert Downey Jr. was doing a character of like perhaps a Mexican or some kind of like Latinx character. And so apparently there is a whole shelved movie out there that was shot, I think, maybe in the 2010s that they're just have no balls. They're not going to release. Who knows where it's going to go.
No, but we're getting a White Chicks too, apparently.
I didn't know I needed that. And it's like, it's upsetting because these are precisely the people, they have the fuck you money. They have the time. They have the resources. They have the fan bases. Like, just go ahead and release the film. Like, what the hell is the worst that could happen? I think people are just, they're more worried about losing their bag or losing their status among their fellow Hollywood elite. It's so sad. They're probably more afraid of like a woke mob coming after them.
Yeah. And it's the cancel culture mob is what it is, and fearing the not being non-politically correct and jokes that are offensive. And I'm like, if it offends you, then just turn it off.
Mm-hmm.
Or, don't watch a comedy movie. Don't go to a comedy show if you get easily offended by a joke.
Concept. And then, they want to avoid having to issue, apologies and putting out statements. It's so fucking gay. I just like, I really would like the men. I really would like the men of Hollywood or not Hollywood or whatever's coming up next to just go ahead and, because that first one that drops will inspire others. And I thought that perhaps that was going to be Daily Wire. I don't think it's done that. So we'll see whatever's coming next.
Yeah.
Hopefully. So let's talk about your channel, your show On the Subject, which is on the Dear America Network. Was the show first and then you joined the network, or did you join the network and the show was created after?
So I started doing my edited content goes up on YouTube and on Rumble. I live stream to Rumble and X because free speech. And sometimes YouTube just doesn't like my opinions. So anything that is like an edited episode for On the Subject, I post on YouTube as well as Rumble. But with Dear America, they saw my live streams and they're like, oh, wow, this is neat. This is different. And Graham announced that he wanted to add more females to his roster and to the network because he was starting a network in December. And I was like, well, I don't really talk a whole lot of news and politics, but I do have opinions and I am a conservative and I know my values and I'm pretty strong in them. I'll just shoot my shot and shoot him an email. And I did. And he immediately contacted me and we had a conversation, a phone call. And he was like, yeah, let's do it. And I was like, are you sure?
Oh, wow. That's exciting. See, you guys, you never know. You never know what can happen. If you
exactly. The worst they can say is no. That's it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Tell me about Graham Allen, who's the founder of the Dear America Network.
Yeah, he's been doing Dear America for over 10 years. He actually started doing, you've probably seen his rants in his truck years ago, and that's where it started. And then he built out a studio at his house. But in January, he actually left Dear America to go work for the DOJ.
Very exciting. Yeah. Or is it the Department of Defense? I guess it's the same thing.
Yeah, DOD. Sorry, my bad. He went to work for the DOD, and we've
Wow.
been kind of holding down the fort since he's been gone. But I don't know. We have an announcement coming on June 2nd, so TikTok.
Ooh, you're pregnant.
No. No.
Aw. Do you want to have a baby? You told me you were married before.
No. We kind of check in with each other every so often. I would say
Yeah.
like every year we're like still on the same page, right? And we just love it by ourselves. We love each other's company, and if it happens great. We'll love that kid to death. But no, it's never, the desire has never come to me. And I've talked about this on my streams before. I even asked my mom years ago, is there something wrong with me? Like, why don't I have this desire to have children? And she said, there's nothing wrong with you. And I said, well, do you know? Like, do you know when you get that feeling? She said, you'll know. And I said, okay. And it just hasn't come. And I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I think it's a good place to be kind of like, if it happens, it happens.
Yeah.
That's what we did. I mean, like we got pregnant like a month after we got married, but we've been together we were together like 9 years before getting married. And I never thought that I had like baby fever per se, but I did start to have a lot of thoughts of like, would I regret not having one?
True.
or
Yeah.
any? And then we just like weren't careful and it happened. So
Yeah, we weren't careful.
yeah, just continue. I would say continue to not be careful and then see what happens. It's the greatest thing ever. I can't recommend it enough. I was scared. I was scared of like the idea of kids, and then when you have one, it's just, it all comes so naturally to you, and it's the best.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not to be one of those people who pushes kids on everybody, but
Yeah, no, I'm always like being the, I'm a conservative, as I said, but like I don't brand myself as like a conservative talk show or anything like that. But anytime I do bring that up, I always say gasp, because that's very not conservative of me.
you're a real person.
Exactly.
I'm not any type of model conservative of anything. Like I kind of dicked around in my 20s. I didn't dick around in my 20s. I was very committed to stand-up comedy and not committed to finding a husband, and like low-key scared of it all, like scared to replicate my parents' relationship, and then found my person at, how old was I? 30 or something. And then we were to get like, if I was the perfect conservative, we would have like got married, had kids right away. And I was so scared of all of it. So I know for sure. I've gotten shit from Hannah Pearl Davis for not being a model citizen there. So whatever.
Oh, she gives shit to everybody. So
yeah, I trust the people who don't have like who are just real, who don't have like a perfect anything kind of timeline over the ones that are perfect trad wives or whatever. I feel like
there is no, this isn't paint by numbers. Okay, everyone has a different type of marriage, everyone has a different type of relationship, and this whole like you need to fall into this cookie cutter coloring book, make sure you color within the lines type life in order to be considered a conservative. It's so dumb. We're human. Yeah, I'm more of a tarred wife than a trad wife, if anything. Same.
Oh my God, it's MTB Steve. Thank you for the 5. Tropic Thunder was the beginning of the McConaissance, the Matthew McConaughey era of dominance. Oh, that's great. Did you think of that yourself?
McConaissance.
I
like it.
Raft Swamp Rebel for 2. Megimu would be perfect for Simcast. Yes, she would.
I'd love to.
It's only been 14 minutes, but I've made up my mind.
Yay!
Okay, cool. Did I already ask you what inspired you to create your channel?
You haven't, but I will answer. So my older brother passed away when I was 19.
Oh, no, I'm so sorry.
Oh, it's okay. So this was 14 years ago. And he kind of is the reason why I know so much about pop culture and movies from the 80s, especially the 90s, well into the early 2000s. And rather than being sad about it, like I have my moments where I do get sad, but I wanted to talk about the things that made my childhood so great, because what we grew up on, that's what raised us as a generation, whether you're Gen X or millennials. We kind of blend together in some capacity or another. We love that stuff. And we're seeing it ripped away from us so quickly. Like we just had that whole conversation about comedy movies. We don't see movies like that anymore. We don't see movies like Happy Madison movies anymore. We don't see, skit movies coming off of SNL because SNL sucks now.
Yeah,
And
Napoleon Dynamite, the whole like awkward emo
yes,
trend of movies. Those were funny.
yeah. But I like to decode what we grew up on and point out the reasons why it is so great, whether it be movies, music, or television, and reminisce on that stuff. Because sure, it's in the past. Why live in the past? But it's also, again, what raised us and made us who we are today. As far as the language we speak, we can't say, faggot anymore. We can't say certain words. Faggot. We can't say stuff like that, or call people retards. We can't call people gay or stuff like the fart knocker.
Yeah, or like that's mad cool.
Yeah, I love refreshing my memory and doing it on the live streams, especially because then you get that interaction with other people that also remember the same things, maybe interpreted it a different way. And it just keeps things so exciting. And then we can talk about pop culture today, movies today, compare it to then, or take a movie from the past and be like, why would this be canceled today? This is ridiculous. Let's make entertainment great again. It needs to be great again. Let's bring back some of the stuff that we grew up on. Why not?
Right. It was not only the movies were better, but it was the experience of going to a movie, which was so exciting. Like I have to see a certain amount of movies every month for Friday Night Tights, which is like a pop culture commentary show I do. And I do look forward to that because I really love the place that we go to. We go to an Alamo, which you can sit down and like order a whole. I love their popcorn. It's like a big ass. There's nothing I love more than like a big ass bowl of like greasy ass buttery. I don't know what they put on it. I'm sure it's terrible, but it's popcorn. Just like it's all at the bottom. It's like wet. You're like, what's in this? But it's so good, like just salty, buttery goodness. I'll eat it by the fucking handful, like in a disgusting way. And they have good burgers there too. And God, they got like boozy milkshakes if that's your thing. They have so many good food.
I've never had one, but now I want one.
But the experience of going to a movie, even if it's a kind of a shitty movie, you're still like, all right, I went out. I had that popcorn,
But not only the experience of going to the movies. I mean, think about the fact that we don't even buy CDs anymore.
Yeah, no one, unless you're like truly a physical media obsessive. But most people, like, I remember the albums I had when I was younger. I could like Counting Crows, Blues Traveler. Like I still have. I couldn't bring myself to throw out my like
binder,
zip around binder of CDs. It's somewhere.
Yeah, like going to the CD store or waiting in line when your favorite CD came out from your favorite artist.
Our records, yeah. But we had like CD Warehouse. That was like the
local. We had one too. Yeah. And then the physical, like touching the CD, opening it up or unpackaging it, because that was always a bitch, doing the plastic. But opening it up, pulling out the booklet, reading the lyrics, but looking at all the pictures inside of it.
The lyrics.
Yes. Like we don't have that anymore.
Just laying on your stomach on the floor of your room.
Yep.
Like, just memorizing, like, hush, little baby, don't say it. And then making mixtapes for people even before that.
Oh, wait. And the generations today will never know the pain of one of these.
Oh, wow. Wow. Oh, yeah. Don't shake it. Don't run
Don't shake it. Don't shake. Or having a CD skip.
Yeah.
Nothing. They don't understand it. But that's like such a hit.
get a pencil and then like roll back the inside of a tape.
A cassette, yes.
Yeah.
Or having to rewind your VHS.
Yeah. I wish I still had my Talk Boy. That's a big
Yes.
I don't know. Did I have a I think I did. I think I had a Walkman and a Discman briefly. And it was such an exciting time. Like when my mom first bought like the first CD player, like the house's CD player. It was like a big deal. It was like a stereo. It was like not even that big. And I'm sure it wasn't even that expensive, but it was like, ooh. And then the first CDs we got for the house were like Billy Joel, River of Dreams, Ace of Base. Obviously, that was my first CD, The Sign.
Mm-hmm.
And what, oh God, what did my mom like to listen to? Luther Vandross.
Yes.
Black people music she loved. Soul.
I think that was the thing in the 90s was everyone, well, I guess really in the 80s too, once stereos became affordable, everyone had a stereo, like a nice stereo in their living room.
Yeah, it was always in the living room. And then yeah, that would be like who would get to put their CD on.
Yep.
Just like who would get their chance at the computer. Now it's like, everyone has their own thing and it's so isolating. Like you don't need to check in with anybody to do anything.
Yes. I mean, we had AIM, we had AOL, we had AIM Messenger,
ASL,
MySpace. I mean, I created probably about 12 screen names on that thing. But fun fact about me, Megimu 32 was the very first AOL screen name that my dad created for me in the 90s.
Wow. Oh my God. My first email was like Angel 75076 because I don't know if those were my grandparents' ages at the time. But I just was like, oh yeah, I gotta let people know I'm an angel. And then,
Angel Fire.
Yeah, like my friends had, their screen names were like Blue Lights or Unicorn. It was all just like stupid words. And like my first Twitter name, well, that's only 2007, but it was Hysteria Gal, which I really had a hard time giving up. I was like,
oh,
genius, but they're like, no, you're an idiot.
That is a good one.
If you want any kind of career, you have to do your name, and it has to be basically the same across all the platforms. But and then I think my first AOL email was Chrissy11 with a K. Wow. I never spelled my name with a K.
But you wanted to, so that's why you did it.
I don't know why I did that.
You thought it was cool. You're like, why do they have to name me with a CH? I want it to be K.
You know why? I do remember there was a girl that I looked up to on the gymnastics team who spelled her name Chrissy with a K.
Ah.
Yeah. She was several years older than me.
Well, she's a bitch.
She had huge boobs that were kind of just incompatible with gymnastics, but she still was pretty good. I don't know why that inspired me so much.
It was the boobs.
It was the boobs because I was rocking a B cup then. Russell Hall revived. We live in the past when the present has nothing to offer. I never thought a day would come when Ghostbusters 2016 would seem somehow palatable.
It was good. In fact, I'm so glad that you brought that up because not the one with all the girls. That one sucked. The one Afterlife that came out and they continued the story. It was actually really, really good.
Wow.
And I, not to get all like Debbie Downer or anything, but I don't know if you've seen it. I won't give anything away, but at the end, it gets a little like nostalgic. They bring some old characters back and whatnot.
Or someone comes back.
Yeah. It's been out long enough, whatever. Egon.
Okay. Yeah. I think I did see that actually.
Yeah, his ghost comes back and helps her with the proton gun. And,
yes. Okay, I remember now.
But it was my brother loved Ghostbusters. I mean, he had the sheets, the pajamas, he had all the action figures, he had like the fire station toy and all that. And so I was by the end trying to hold it together. And by the time I got in the car, I lost it. I did. I did lose it. But it is a good movie.
Raider 03. Wow, thank you for the very specific chat of 5113. I hope it's not a hex or something. Thanks, Raider. Appreciate you for the pink boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. The AOL discs. Oh my God. We were constantly getting AOL discs sent to the house.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
And I mean, they'll never know the dial-up, the pain of the dial-up. Or if somebody picks up the phone, it kicks you off.
Yeah. Oh. Uh-oh, you spoiled it for Max. Sorry, Max.
Sorry. I didn't give too much away, but
They'll probably forget it.
yeah.
Okay, I want to discuss with you. This is something my husband and I have really obsessed about more than we probably should, but we've really gotten into old school because we decided we're not going to show our we have a 13-month-old and we're not going to show him. We try to do like as little TV as possible, and there's so many new cartoons out that they specifically call brain rot for kids. Like I think Coco Melon might be in that. And there's a few others that are just they get you kind of they get the kids addicted to watching it, and then they kind of zonk out and they just check out, and it's a scary thing to watch. And so we're just like, okay, no TV for this kid. But we've gotten into watching old school Sesame Street, and we'll show him that. And we figure like, all right, anything that we watched as kids is probably safe to show the Bean. So like Fraggle Rock,
Yes,
that we watched, and so we came upon this old Sesame Street, and okay, I'm going to show it to you once without saying anything, and then I'm going to tell you. I want you to figure out. I don't know. We're gonna figure it out because I have my thoughts on this, but I don't want to taint your point of view on this.
Okay.
Rolled out of bed, she ran to the police station. When the papa found out, he began to shout. They started the investigation.
I'm gonna pause this just because I don't. Did you know that this was filmed in Queens, New York?
No.
That's where I used to live there a few years ago.
What?
Yep.
It's against the law. It was against the law.
Oh, look how good these kids are.
It was against the law. The mama was down and spit on the ground every time it made his mention. Papa said, oh, if I get that boy, I won't stick him in the house of detention. Well, I'm on my way. I don't know where I'm going, but I'm on my way. Taking my time, but I don't know where. You gotta roll, see the queen of Corona. See me and Julio down by the schoolyard. See me and Julio down by the schoolyard. You can tell me. You can tell me. I can see the birds and
Climbing up the door. Okay. Do you think that this is an organic, like planned song with this little girl? Or do you think this little girl is just fucking doing her own thing, interrupting Paul Simon, going rogue?
I think it's a mixture of both. I think that they're like, okay, you're going to sing this. But then she was like, I'm feeling it. I'm going to keep going.
Okay, so we watched this probably 1,000 times. I think they picked out, I think this girl might be retarded or something. And they're like, well, she's black, so have her just sit next to you on the stoop. And then, oh, you're just playing with the kids. Because there's a lot of celebrities that have done these little cameos on Sesame Street. I think she starts singing a song that has nothing to do with what he's singing. She's singing dance, dance, dance. At no point does he say dance, dance, dance. She's making up her own fucking song. She's interjecting, interrupting. There's a point at which he's like, they're trying to start the song.
I saw it.
He starts playing, and she's just out of nowhere. He's like, and I think he's trying to keep a straight face. Like, what the fuck is this girl singing? I'm the star here. I'm Paul fucking Simon. Who is this chick? When is she gonna shut up? What song is she singing? He's just like, when do I start? And then he has to basically interrupt her. He has to cut her off because she has no scruples.
Oh my gosh.
And maybe all these kids are retarded. Who knows?
Yeah.
No, they're cute. I miss overalls. Yeah, and then she's like, it's like, no, dude.
This is not your song.
This is not your song. I'm the talent here. You're just basically a throw pillow. You're a decoration. You're supposed to clap and look cute and have your appearance.
She has main character syndrome.
He does. Yeah, I was hoping that you would agree with me, and the more I watch it, the more I'm like, this fucking show stealing bitch. No, she's just a kid. But it's not like, okay, at this point he's played a whole song. You would think she would, maybe I'll sing some lines from his song. No, she's back to singing her own stupid song. She's singing about a bird. And then the cameraman's like, all right, I guess we'll zoom in on her because he's doing it. He's smiling, but I think he's annoyed. I think he's irritated. But what can he do? It's Sesame Street.
He's probably like, oh, okay, well.
Like, woo! I think this was a condescending, sarcastic woo. I'm gonna go to the chat. I might be too surly here. She's the star of her local church choir.
Yeah.
No, it's Paul Simon, not Neil Diamond. Are they different people? Who knows? She's a total diva. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. I think let's make their own rules.
Where is this girl now? I want to see what DMV is she working at now? Let's
it could be Whoopi's niece. I don't know.
That tricked into you thinking it was organic. Yeah, I think this was trick. It was major trick. Derek C. For 5. This was the moment Paul Simon began to hate. Can you blame him? She fucked up the whole song.
I just imagine the camera guy like, oh, let's roll with it, guys. Let's roll with it. Let's roll with it.
Or maybe
let's go.
The 5th take, and she will not stop singing her dumb song. And I'm like, well, I guess this is part of it now. Junior for 2 little black girls better than Paul Simon. Okay, all right. I know. Then sometimes I watch it and I go, Chrissy, what's wrong with you? Why are you being critical of this poor little girl? She's just having a good time.
I mean, she's style and profile in the denim vest and jeans right there.
She's a toll booth operator in Jersey. Tyler thinks that she's feeling pressured by the dude to sing.
Nah.
Why would you feel pressured? You're not there to sing. Were you hired?
I think she probably like, I can sing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sing.
This is what happens when you're told, when no one tells you no your whole
yes.
life. When everyone tells you you're good, you think you can interrupt a professional.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. She walked in there and she said, oh, there's a song today. Can I sing?
This is when Paul Simon's black fatigue set in. Oh boy. This is a young Brittany Venti.
Oh my gosh.
All right. That came out slightly more racist than I had anticipated. But the point is, I just don't think that was planned.
Yeah. I could see where you think that's not planned. I think that they probably were like, don't be afraid to sing a little bit.
Oh.
And then she went a little too far.
They probably thought, well, we can't tell this kid to shut the hell up.
And that's what I mean. Could you imagine being the camera guy and just be like, okay, well, she's going for it.
Okay. Now I must refer to the comments because we have our opinion. We have the opinion of the chat, but I need to know what are the
what are they saying?
This. Okay. They will tell us what to think. Unscripted, just went with it. Something beautiful created. Okay, that's a fucking lie. Love Paul Simon, love this song. This is the best version for me. Bless, not seen this before. How sweet of Paul. Love him as much as I love art and the magnificent music they made together. Love it. Thanks for your post. My wife and I just enjoyed both films about Mr. Rogers and his neighborhood, so this video is a perfect segue. Another funny thing, I originally went looking for this song to send to a friend who would just send me 2 photos of her friends in a bar where there was a bottle of Corona at the table. So I called my friend the Queen of Corona. The little girl can sing all right. Stole the show from Simon. Yeah, I'm disliking that comment. That kid is Beyonce.
Really?
Please identify her. She is solid gold. Okay, so for some reason the comments are supportive.
I don't like it. I don't like it one bit.
Nope.
I don't like it.
And they didn't name the girl in the description of this video. Okay. Oh, it's Barrio. Is it Barrio Sesame Street? Escaleras del Iconico del. I don't know why that's in Spanish.
Yeah, she had main character syndrome. She's like, this is my song.
Did and does. You know, do you see the other kids down here jumping up? Do you see this kid?
Yeah.
Probably because this kid is already being told that he's the cause of everybody's problems. No, not in the 70s. That didn't start till probably the early aughts. But these kids are not running up on the stairs. Well, this girl's dancing could use a little help, but
I googled little black girl Sesame Street Paul Simon.
Yes, and
it says, where are they now? She appeared, me and Julio by the Schoolyard. The song was performed. Group of kids, these enthusiastic girl improvises her own lyrics during the instrumental sections and joins in. It's slightly off during other portions. And then some of the comments, that kid was obnoxious, probably influenced by a stage mother who kept telling her she is the star and should do anything to get on camera.
Thank you.
One says, looks a heck a lot like Macy Gray.
Wow. And she starts going, I try to say goodbye and I choke. Yes, the camera was focused on her.
Yeah. Yeah.
Chat is
common, Chris.
All right. Well, thank you for, even if you don't fully agree with me, thank you for making it seem like you agreed with me on that.
Yeah, I got you.
It bothers me. I sometimes stay awake thinking, what the hell?
I do this thing where I get secondhand embarrassment where I just
for me,
I get kids like that or performances like that where it's like a train wreck I can't look away from and I tense up and I tighten all my muscles and I'm like,
right.
Make it stop.
Just because you're a kid doesn't mean you're off the hook.
Yes, exactly. Someone said Leslie Jones.
Okay, Fieldy thinks he does give her a nod at the start, so maybe she was supposed to do it. Plus, she sat right next to him from the start.
Yeah.
The other kids are down the stairs. Yeah. I think it would have been cute to have all the kids sitting around them. A whole tableau of children.
I agree. They should have had them all sitting there.
Yeah. Yeah. Dance, dance, dance. You can, and then I'll just sing that version.
Dance,
dance, dance, dance. All right, you can dance with me.
I liked when she said, "You can tell me."
You can tell me. This is a good BuzzFeed article. It's going to be in your head now.
It is.
You're welcome.
It truly is.
Dance, dance, dance. okay, this is an old article, but it's relevant. It was just one small part of a whole day. People who lived during the 90s and 2000s are recalling what they miss the most. And as a millennial, I forgot a lot of these. Oh, number one, being disconnected.
Yep. Absolutely. Because
And was there just less trafficking back then? Was there less child abduction? No, there certainly was. Some,
there was, we just didn't have the news literally at our fingertips
Mhm.
24 hours a day. And what I feel is the best about Gen X and millennials is that we grew up with and without social media.
Right.
So oftentimes a lot of people know how to turn it off and put it away, and be okay.
It really was like a luxury of not knowing, of being able to just like enjoy your day,
Yeah.
do other things if you wanted.
Go outside and play until dark.
Yep. Number two, Blockbuster and Pizza Hut on a Friday night. Oh,
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. What happened to Pizza Hut buffets?
My mouth actually just started to water.
So did mine.
It's just so doughy and saucy. It's not even good pizza, but it's just like it tastes like nostalgia.
I mean, pizza is pizza. It's hard to mess it up. But did you have a Pizza Hut buffet?
Buffet?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
What? Oh my goodness. Okay, so they had a buffet, and they would do this like apple pie pizza.
Whoa.
Yeah. And it was you remember like when you would get the warmed apples in the cafeteria?
Oh yeah.
It was like that, but like in a thicker sauce. So it was kind of like apple pie filling over pizza crust.
Ooh.
And then they would put this like cinnamon crumble on top of it, and then drizzle white icing on top, like cinnamon roll icing on top. Oh my god, it was so good.
Okay, that's amazing.
Yeah, I need it in my life now.
I wonder if there's a Pizza Hut buffet open somewhere. Probably not.
I Googled it the other night, and there actually are a few Pizza Huts that haven't touched the inside.
Ooh.
I wonder if they smell like cigarettes.
Number three, live music ticket prices. I saw Beastie Boys and Rage Against the Machine for $20 in 1993.
Yes.
Ooh. What was your first concert?
Britney Spears.
Ooh.
Baby One More Time. 1996.
I know that mine was Alanis Morissette, Jagged Little Pill.
Nice.
What year was it? And my biggest regret is that I no longer have the concert t-shirt that I bought while I was there.
No.
Oh, that would be very cool to still have right now. It had to have been late 90s.
Let's see. Jagged Little Pill tour.
Figure it out. You know what? Maybe there's that shirt somewhere. Jagged Little Pill.
Let's see. Yeah, I went to Britney. Maybe it was 1998. It was a Baby One More Time tour.
Oh, I found the t-shirt.
No, I bet you can find it on eBay.
Yes, in fact, it's on Etsy. Ah!
There you go. You better get it now.
Oh,
Get it.
it's not
Get
even that much.
Get it. Do it.
Whoa, it was this. You guys are going to see this and be like, what's the big deal, Mayor? Okay, I'm going to show you this t-shirt. It's black. And I remember it kind of being cooler, but
that's dope.
Yeah. Wow.
That's dope. It's just the album cover on a t-shirt.
Was it blue? Do I remember a blue shirt? No. It definitely was black. Maybe it was not that one. I think I remember it being more blue. I'm going to keep looking.
I'm a sucker for merch at concerts. I go to a lot of smaller shows, and I always get merch at the concerts. Which is something that is also more expensive now.
It is. Everything's more expensive.
Everything. Concert tickets are absurd.
I haven't been to a concert in... What was the last concert I went to? I think maybe my boyfriend, now husband, we went and saw Foo Fighters.
When Taylor was still alive?
it had to have been, maybe it was 8 years ago. God, I don't remember.
I can't remember the last big concert that I went to. Maybe it was no, I can't remember. Maybe it was in 1975. I can't remember. But I go to a lot of small shows. Like I was at a show on Monday night in Memphis.
Ooh.
Yeah. I can't remember the big concert. The last big concert I went to was. But
I really fell in love with this band. They're no longer together, but they're called Pearl and the Beard, and I discovered them. They're based out of Brooklyn, like while I was living there. While I was still a raging liberal. They played at this Planned Parenthood fundraiser thing.
Oh,
And
yes.
I heard them there, and I was like, "Oh, they're so good." I went and immediately bought all their albums, which they, of course, they had for sale at their merch table. I bought a shirt. I was like, "I'm all in," and then just was obsessed with them for the next probably 8 years, and then they broke up. But they're all so talented. Like Emily Hope Price she was the cellist. She's still a cellist, and she has her own like amazing solo career. And then Jocelyn McKenzie, she plays keyboard, drums. They all can sing miraculously. And then Jeremy Stiles was guitar and also vocals.
Oh, I remember. Okay.
So good.
We saw Jimmy Eat World and Fall Out Boy. That was the last big show I went to. It was great. Jimmy is way better than Fall Out Boy. Just
Wow.
hands down. They still got it. They still sound the same.
I don't remember how much we paid for the concert tickets, though.
I don't remember either. I do remember like maybe the Britney Spears tickets were around like $60 to $70, which was expensive in the 90s.
Yes. Okay. I do remember how much I went with my sister to the Madonna Confessions on a Dance Floor show. And I was blown away because I think one of us spent, the t-shirts were like $70.
Oh my God.
Which was like ridiculous. It's ridiculous now, but it was ridiculous even.
Yeah.
It was, I don't know, 20 years ago, whenever we went. Ugh.
Merch is expensive now. $40 t-shirts.
And I remember Madonna, like she didn't have the fucking air on, so it was really hot, and
she didn't melt.
We were melting.
I'm shocked that her face just didn't come clean off.
This was like a long time ago. Let's see, Confessions on a Dance Floor.
Oh, you did say it was like 20 years ago. Yeah,
this had to have been 2006 concert tour.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's basically 20 years ago.
So she looks not even remotely the same.
Not as dead looking. She has not.
She's like an alien.
Well, yeah, the album came out in 2005 and then the tour in 2006. Wow. Okay. All right. Number 4, McDonald Land cookies.
What? I remember those.
Vaguely remember the cookies.
And they came in like a little plastic sealed bag.
Did they?
I think so.
Oh, wow.
Dang.
I love Happy Meals. All right, number 5, group phone calls after school. Be by your phone at 4:30. Someone would have to hang up for someone needing the internet, and we'd have to hang up, drop the caller, we'd have to do roll call. I never did something like this. I didn't really have a lot of friends.
I didn't do the call thing. I was outside playing.
Yeah, we had lives.
Yeah, we were rollerblading and shit.
How holidays felt, i.e. Christmas, Thanksgiving. Oh, yeah, they were exciting.
Yeah, they were. It was just different because you weren't on your phones the whole time.
I remember it was stressful for me because I would take a lot of time, usually on Christmas Eve. I'd be up like all night or as late as I could because I would hand make cards for everybody. So the construction paper and like the glitter out, and I would like think about like what designs I wanted to make for everybody's Christmas card. And it would take a long, long time. I would get like stamps and like
wow,
fancy pens
you were
and stuff.
invested.
And then people like my mom appreciated them a lot. So did my grandma. And then like I don't know if my brother and sister appreciated them too much, but I just would spend so much time on it. It's like a mini collage.
It reminds me of that Friends episode when Chandler and Monica have to make their Valentine's Day gifts. It's like, make the presents.
Number 7, there was a general sense of optimism in society at large. We all genuinely believed we would graduate from school, work hard, and be rewarded with a fulfilling life free from financial worries. I don't know, maybe it was youthful ignorance, but it really felt like the world was our oyster. Now everyone is just so angry.
That's
I never
true.
even thought, I never thought about what my adult life would be like.
Because we were just so preoccupied.
Yeah.
We were doing things, physically doing things as
Mhm.
kids. And now, like, we don't have the news on a cycle 24/7. That was not a thing.
Wow.
And I
Yeah.
think they just put so much fear into everyone's daily lives to be invested in what's going on. I mean, I've never heard so many people in the last 10 years just talk constantly about politics
Mhm.
and the president. That was just not a topic of
We
conversation.
had the evening news and that was it. Like maybe
Yeah.
we would watch, but we didn't watch news together as a family ever. We would have dinner and then it was like we'd watch Simpsons and Married with Children and that was it until we
Yep.
got cable, which was like wasn't till maybe I was in college.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were busy. We were preoccupied. We just like didn't think about stuff like that. And I feel like we need to do more of that. We need to turn off the news.
We're too involved. Number 8, 90s Nickelodeon. All right. I'm going to be triggered by this. We didn't have cable, so I'm going to be triggered by any sort of talk
Oh
of
no.
Nickelodeon or Double Dare, any shit like that, right? People.
Okay,
Oh,
we
so
can skip
good.
it. We can skip it.
Number 9, I really like the huge malls with every store imaginable.
Yes.
Oh, malls are very exciting. They're still exciting, the ones that are open.
Yeah. Did you have Sam Goody and
Mhm.
all that at your mall? Yes.
Yeah, or like
The
Tower
the
Records, but
yeah. The mall in Stranger Things, I think it was
Ooh.
season 3, brought back just total vibes when it came to the mall. I'm like,
Oh,
why can't malls be like this now?
go around getting like many samples of like bourbon chicken or like whatever kind of like Chinese chicken they had that they were
Yeah.
handing.
Just sample. You want sample?
Yeah.
Try sample.
Um,
I'm sticky.
That would be the most exciting, like, ooh, figuring out where to go, where to eat at the mall.
Did your mom just drop you off and be like, bye, see you later?
No, she always came
Oh.
with us. It was usually like me, her, and my sister. That would be the mall gang. Sometimes my brother, but really it was mostly the 3 of us.
Oh, my mom would drop me off with a friend and be like, all right, I'll see you in a couple hours. Or she would come and she would let us go walk around and then she would do her own shopping.
That's
Oh,
cool.
Albert said Spencer's. Yes.
Spencer Gifts.
It's
Yes.
still around.
Big puke.
It's just not the same.
Mhm.
Not the
Wow.
same.
Number 10, no subscription BS.
Yeah.
Oh, right. There was Columbia. Was it Columbia Records?
Well, you had to have a membership card to Blockbuster. But
Right.
that was
that's
like
true.
a
It's different.
yearly thing. It wasn't a monthly thing.
11. I also remember liking the fashion of that era. I had this pretty purple top with long bell sleeves that made me feel like Ella Enchanted. And I had purple suede boots, which I wore everywhere. I remember roll-on glitter perfume, glitter tattoos, limited to sequin tops,
Yes.
crochet ponchos, clothing that was very colorful, very girly. Made me feel like a girl. Oh.
Yeah, Limited 2 was the jam.
I remember being in like maybe 6th grade and like the 8th grade girls, again, they all had big boobs and I just was like, nope, I had nothing. They would wear these like baby tees, like the little crop tops. And I
Yeah.
just was like, oh, I thought they were so cool. But I like never, I always thought I was too fat or too ugly to wear stuff like that. But looking back, like I was fine. I think I was a
Don't you
skinny
hate
kid.
that?
I was a
Don't you
skinny
hate
kid.
that?
I would have totally done it.
You hate that. You get older and you're like, why didn't I just go for it?
Yeah.
You can now, though.
I never felt like I had cool clothes.
I didn't. Limited 2, Abercrombie, all that stuff was too expensive for us to buy. And I was the kid that never asked for anything.
Yeah.
So I went to high school with a bunch of rich kids too. And they were always wearing Abercrombie,
Oh, yeah.
Hollister, and all kinds
Oh
of.
my God. Setting foot in those stores, you just felt like you were in Mecca. It's like, you're like, oh my God, it's cool just to be in here. Like I didn't really have money to buy anything, but I would just, the stores would smell so good.
Well, it's like now you go to Starbucks and you leave smelling like Starbucks. When you went to Abercrombie, you left smelling like Abercrombie because they
Wow.
just would walk around and spray all the cologne everywhere.
Really? Oh, I guess
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah, and in Hollister too. In Hollister, you had to go in with a freaking flashlight. It was so dark.
It's dark.
You're like, can't see anything.
I remember I saved up $60 to buy like my first Abercrombie sweater, and then it was like this really thick knit, like brown sweater with like a big green stripe going across the chest. I don't know why. I just was like, oh, this is cool. This is like, I thought it was like a, I don't know.
It's a statement.
Yes, it was a statement. It was like, oh,
Yeah.
everybody knows where this is from. And my mom
Exactly.
not only said that I looked fat in it, she just like looked at me in it. She's like, you look substantial. And it like crushed me. And it's here I am still talking about it. I think I bought it in high school or college or something.
That is something that I have noticed coming back is, looking back at all of us wanting to wear things like Abercrombie or Hollister or Aeropostale. We all had the same stuff. There was no originality, at least when I was in high school, because you'd be like, I have that shirt too. Oh, I have that shirt too. And
Don't come here and shit on our nostalgia by reminding us that the CEO of Abercrombie had sex with the models. Okay, this is not what I want to hear right now. Banned.
raining on my parade.
So what? Maybe he was.
I heard he diddled kids too.
We didn't think about that. We didn't know about that.
I didn't know about that. I knew that he was talking to underage boys.
Ugh. Remember the Abercrombie catalogs? Oh, my
do I?
God.
Oh, do I?
Everybody was on a horse. Everyone had a six-pack.
They were naked.
I just thought like, oh my God, everyone's so cool and in shape.
That was one reason why my mom would not let me go into the Abercrombie store when I was really young, because the models were basically just naked and just full, just blasted all over, like plastered on the wall, just pecs and abs.
Yeah, they would have like the people walking around, like the Abercrombie models walking around the store. That was cool.
Yep. Like, are you hot enough to work here?
Yeah, that was such a flex. Like, wasn't Adam Krigler? He used to be an Abercrombie model.
I know Adam Kushner or Ashton Kutcher.
Ashton Kutcher, of course.
Words are hard. Ashton Kutcher was, I think Channing Tatum was at one time.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, and there was a girl. Oh, Olivia Wilde.
That makes sense.
Yeah, she was too. Because I went down a rabbit hole of like, who was a model at Abercrombie?
12 face-to-face conversations. Nowadays, it seems that 95% of my friends, of the time I talk to my friends, it's online. I miss going out, but we never have time. Oh, you have to make time.
I feel that one.
13. I like that internet and gaming was just one thing you do at home amongst other things. It was just one small part of a whole day. Whoa.
Blow on the cartridge.
Yep. Wow. And you had limited uses. You need it for 30 minutes and then walk away. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Number 14, music for sure. The late 90s and early 2000s were the last times that I really enjoyed a lot of newer music. These days, it's very hard for me to find something I enjoy in any genre. Oh, yeah. I have playlists full of songs. Like, I don't even know what they are.
So do I. It's occasionally I'll stumble across like a lot of songs that I'm like, oh, this is good. This is good. This is good. It's very eclectic. I like a lot of different genres. But I find myself finding songs that sound like the 90s and the 80s.
Mm-hmm. My jam is the Sirius XM Lithium station, which is all.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
90s rock.
That's a great one. I love that station. I am partial to 80s, not 80s. What is it? Rewind and vinyl.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, I like those stations.
Number 15, finding cool stuff at garage sales, flea markets, pawn shops, and antique stores that were not automatically marked up to whatever the item recently sold for on eBay. Oh, I still love garage sales.
Yes.
Look at this old plane right here. Oh,
I see no Beanie Babies, and that's because they're worthless.
We had this plane, we had this globe, we had this hammock.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. Yeah,
I feel like this is a picture out of I Spy.
This was a big deal. My parents would not stop reminding us how much they spent on this hammock.
Hammocks were a big deal. They were expensive.
Yeah.
So are mixers. I see a mixer in there too.
Badminton racket. Wow.
Is that a radio in the back?
This?
Yeah.
This microwave. This is probably might be a radio. Yeah.
There's a maybe a record player with the plastic lid.
Wow.
Wow. Bring it back.
Bring it all back. And finally, you know where everyone was by finding the house with all the bikes in front of the yard. No text.
Yes.
Oh.
100%. Yep. All the bikes.
I miss having a bike.
I do too. I actually got rollerblades for my birthday last year.
Wow.
Yeah.
I loved having rollerblades as a kid.
But there's like nowhere to go rollerblading anymore. Bring back roller rinks.
Yeah.
Come on. Where are all the roller rinks? There used to be so many.
I loved my rollerblades. And I was good at it too. So there used to be hot skates. And I would just, not that I was trying to show off, but I would go really fast. And I would just like, shush.
So you weren't quads, you were a blade.
Blade all the way.
Yeah. Thank you. I
would weave around people. I would like cartwheels while wearing them.
LE, the final metamorphosis, he gets it. No, he doesn't. Just kidding. You don't get it. Not roller skates, roller blades, my friend.
Don't talk to me about moon shoes. All I wanted was moon shoes.
Yes.
I never got them. I never will get them. And that's fine.
I'll get you some. I'll find you something. We can moon shoe to the moon.
Oh, Ruben Christopher Hayes, thank you for becoming a new member. Derek C, thanks for the 10. Everything is so expensive now because that is the only legal way to exclude a particularly fatiguing group of people. Oh, boy.
That's how we break our backs. Moon
Ryan also is for 5. Why did every Abercrombie Hilfiger store smell like Epstein? How do we know what Epstein smells like? How do you know? Oh my God.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's true. He probably sprayed that stuff all over him. Ugh.
That or Axe.
Yep.
Or Bod.
Bod.
Do you like my bod?
Yes, I was an aggressive inline skater.
I love skating.
Not to the degree where I would like help someone who fell. But
you're like, haha, loser.
Yeah, I would be like, you snooze, you lose, eat my dust.
Get up, loser.
Etc. Okay. Wow. How fun. Let's see. We have time for one more story. Do we want to talk about why we make riskier decisions in the summer or Amanda Bynes' new tattoo and hair transformation after joining OnlyFans?
Oh, let's talk about Amanda Bynes.
What a hot mess. Whatever happened to her? MK Ultra?
Yeah.
Well, there you have it. Poor thing. I want to specifically know what happened to her eyebrows. I don't care about anything else.
Who is that? Like, who is that? That is not.
What's up, everybody? I wanted to make a post that I finally grew my bangs out. I'm so excited right now. Oh my God, I can't believe it. Also wanted to post that my best friend Dylan and I have been best friends for 10 years. And to mark our best friend anniversary, we got matching Roman numeral X's for the number 10. I got it on my finger. Dylan got it on her rib cage. So excited about that too. That is all. Hope everybody's having a good night. Bye.
Yikes.
Blink if you need help.
It's the unblinking, dead-eyed stare. And also, why is she on OnlyFans?
It's the monotone, scripted, almost like I'm really high right now, so I'm gonna focus really hard to say what I need to say. Type thing. Yeah, why is she on OnlyFans? What is she selling? I don't want to know, but I kind of do.
Oh, okay. No, she doesn't have an OnlyFans body. This is not up to snuff.
Hey, they're
not going to be able to compete.
There are people that like a lot of things.
I guess so. Yeah, that's true.
39. Wow.
Yeah, I would say you missed your OnlyFans window.
So I have there's a theory. It's not my theory. I have heard this theory and I have to tend to agree with it, is that These child stars like Britney, Justin Bieber, Amanda Bynes, even Kanye were somehow given this like enhancement drug or something that gave them a mental disorder that
Wow.
made them stupid to the point where now we're all going, what's wrong with them? Oh, they're just crazy. And so when they try to speak up, no one's going to believe them. And that's exactly what happened to Kanye. And then
Oh.
Britney was in her conservatorship. And we're all like, free Britney. But now we're like, maybe put her back.
Now that she's free, we're like, someone come get her.
Yeah. But yeah, there's a theory that adrenochrome actually makes you better, apparently, is what they say.
Yeah, it makes you look really young.
Yeah, but it was a trainer, like a personal trainer, a fitness trainer that was giving them some sort of cocktail.
Right.
That,
Kanye has talked about that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I may have heard it from Candace because she was talking about Kanye, and then she looped in Justin Bieber because we're seeing him spiral right now too, which is really sad.
It is so sad.
So sad. But Amanda, she's off.
Couldn't someone like watch over her and be like, just make sure you don't end up looking like this? Like, no tattoos on the face, no caterpillar eyebrows.
Yeah, what are those? They look like little centipedes.
It looks like she had drew them in with a Sharpie.
It looks like she possibly shaved them off and then went and got microbladed, and then was like, "That's not good enough. Give me the big ass Sharpie."
I want to look like a jack-o'-lantern.
Yes.
Oy.
All
right. Then, any dude who's already on OnlyFans, report back. What is Amanda Bynes doing on OnlyFans? I must know.
Yeah. Why?
So she's on OnlyFans just to communicate with fans. I am only doing OnlyFans to chat with my fans through DMs. I won't be posting any sleazy content. Fans will have to fork over $50 a month if they want to have access to Amanda's OnlyFans. She ditched Hollywood in 2010. She set her sights on a career in fashion and art. Ugh, how's that going?
Why not just do Cameo?
Right? She was placed under conservatorship by her parents in 2013. She was at Fashion Institute of Design and Merchandising. She graduated with a degree in 2014. In 2022, the conservatorship was terminated, and she has been clean and sober.
Are we sure about that?
Yeah. Why, those nails say a different story.
How do you wipe?
Right? Do you have contact lenses are out of the question. Wiping's out of the question.
I mean, my nails aren't that long, but I even have a hard time getting my contacts out. So I can't even imagine.
It is unacceptable. And just the amount of dirt and grime that gets stuck under there. Yeah. Oh, God, this is her art show? Oh, no.
What? Like, I don't understand because she sounds retarded.
You just hear a bottle rolling around on the ground. I want to see her art, not her boobs that are laying down. Okay.
And she looks like she rolled around in the bathtub.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
It's not even the same person.
Wow. Remember bandage dresses? This was 2011.
Oh, yeah. With the like suede Indian moccasin shoes.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Oh my God. Yeah, that's not the same person. Who is that? Who are we looking at? That's not that's Amanda Bynes. The other person, the imposter.
Yeah, the eyes, it's so different.
It's the same with Britney. If you look at Britney, her eyes are different. Her eyes are completely different.
I think Britney looks like they both look like completely different people. Like you could convince me that these are different people.
Yes. You don't have to convince me. I think that they're different people.
Wow. Okay.
They're clones.
Yeah, I think so too. In 2015, Amanda told Paper she had abused Adderall to help her lose weight. See, that's why I got off Adderall right away. I was like, I don't want to be addicted to something that costs $90 a month.
Not the same person.
So sad. Ugh.
Very sad. And she was so talented too.
Mm-hmm.
She was so funny as a kid. And now she can barely form a sentence.
Oy.
Yeah. What do you do? What do you do?
You just talk about it on your podcast to feel better about yourself.
Oh, man. Well,
We
at
should
least she's still making a dollar.
we should have ended on the Sesame Street thing. Megimu, tell the fine people where they can follow you, where they can subscribe, and what's coming up.
Yeah, you guys can follow me on all social media platforms. I've got X, Twitter, that's the same thing, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Rumble. I go live on Rumble Monday, Tuesdays, and Thursday nights at 7:30 p.m. Central, 8:30 Eastern. And then I release an edited video every Saturday on both YouTube and on Rumble. Yes.
Awesome. And do they need to subscribe to the Dear American Network, or where can they watch that? Just Rumble and YouTube?
Yeah, you can watch my live streams on Rumble. It's Megimu32. And then on YouTube, it is also Megimu32 for the edited content too. But live streams only on Rumble.
Awesome. Everyone subscribe to Megimu now. Do it now.
Do it now. Do it now.
Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for the super chats. Thanks for the comments and questions. And we'll see everybody next time. Bye.
Bye.